The colony planet of Elysia was quiet that night. The soft wind blowing through the metallic structures and the glowing domes reflecting the twin moons above. The colonists had grown used to the calm, safe life they had built far from Earth. But tonight something felt different. Something that made even the bravest hearts uneasy. Lara, a young scientist with sharp eyes and a curious mind, stood on the observation deck of the research center, staring at the dark sky. Her gaze caught a strange flicker in orbit, a tiny light. Moving with purpose among the stars, she frowned, trying to focus, but the light seemed to pulse, almost like it was alive, across the colony. Lights flickered in houses as families looked up nervously, whispering about what they saw. The communication systems buzzed with strange signals, patterns that no one could immediately understand, but Lara felt something deep inside, telling her these signals were intelligent. She hurried to her lab, typing commands and running scans. Her heart beating faster with each second. The signals grew stronger, filling her instruments with strange data streams that danced like tiny rivers of light. Lara's mind raced, trying to interpret them. She felt a mix of fear and excitement, a feeling she had always loved in her work, the feeling of discovering something no one else had ever seen outside. The colonists noticed a glowing object descending slowly toward the edge of the settlement. It was massive yet elegant, with shapes that seemed alive, moving with purpose and grace. Parents held their children close, pointing at the strange craft, while the colony guards prepared to investigate, unsure if it was friend or foe. Lara ran toward the landing site, her boots clanging against the metal walkways. She could see the alien ship more clearly now, its surface shimmering with colors she had never seen, soft green and blue lights flowing like liquid over its curves. She could feel its energy, a presence that seemed intelligent and aware of them all. The colonists gathered at a safe distance, watching as the ship finally touched the ground. Raising small clouds of dust and debris, the air was tense, heavy. With fear and curiosity, no one moved too close, yet everyone wanted to see more. Suddenly, a beam of soft light emerged from the ship, hovering above the ground. It formed shapes that almost looked like figures, almost like beings trying to communicate without words. The light pulsed slowly, matching the rhythm of some unknown heartbeat. Lara stepped forward, her instincts telling her to reach out. A small crowd of children and adults whispered among themselves, some crying, some staring in awe. Lara's assistant Joran grabbed her arm, urging caution. "Lara, we don't know what they want. We can't just go near them," he said, his voice trembling. She nodded, but her curiosity overpowered her. Fear, the aliens, if they were aliens, began to show images inside the light. Visions of distant planets, glowing cities, and creatures she could not describe. Yet there was no threat in the visions. Only messages, something urgent, but gentle, almost pleading. The colony commander arrived with a team of guards, their weapons ready but careful. They watched the interaction silently, unsure whether to intervene. The humans and the unknown beings shared a moment of connection, one that no words could explain. Then, suddenly, the light shot upward into the sky, forming a swirling pattern that made the colonists step back in fear. The signals in Lara's lab spiked, revealing something alarming, some kind of warning. Something coming toward the planet, something they could not yet see. Lara's heart pounded as she turned to the commander. "We need to listen to them. They are trying to tell us something important," she said, her voice urgent. He hesitated, but seeing the fear and awe on everyone's faces, he nodded. "All right, but stay close. Keep your instruments ready." The alien ship remained calm, almost serene, as if it knew the humans were listening. Its light pulsed slowly again, and Lara felt a strange comfort. A sense that help had arrived, that something bigger than them all was now part of their lives. As the night deepened, the colonists returned to their homes, whispering and wondering. But Lara stayed at the landing site, recording everything. Watching, waiting. She knew this was only the beginning, and that whatever had arrived would change their lives forever. And far above, The stars shimmered like never before, holding secrets that only the brave could uncover. The morning sun rose over the colony of Elysia, casting long shadows across the domes and walkways. The alien ship remained at the edge of the settlement, its soft lights pulsing like a heartbeat. Lara returned to the lab with Joran, her mind racing. With the visions they had seen the night before, they had spent hours decoding the signals, trying to understand the message hidden inside the light. The patterns were complex yet strangely familiar, like a language built from emotions rather than words. Lara could feel the intelligence behind it, and she knew it was trying to warn them about something. Something dangerous coming toward the planet, something the humans had never faced before. Colonists gathered in the square, nervously whispering about the aliens, some thinking they were angels sent to help, others fearing they were invaders waiting for the right moment to attack. Commander Halle tried to calm everyone, urging caution and patience, but even he could not hide the tension in his voice. Lara led a small team to approach the ship carefully, their protective suits glowing under the alien lights. As they stepped closer, the air seemed to hum a low vibration, a sound they could feel more than hear. The ship opened a large, smooth doorway, revealing a soft, glowing chamber inside. The walls shimmered with colors shifting slowly like liquid rainbows, and the air smelled faintly sweet inside. Figures emerged from the light, tall and elegant, their skin glowing softly and eyes reflecting galaxies. They moved with grace, and their gestures seemed to communicate curiosity rather than threat. Lara raised her hand in greeting and was surprised when a figure touched her arm gently through the light without speaking, yet she felt words forming in her mind. "We come to help you. Our world saw the end of life once, and we will not let it happen again here." The words echoed in her mind like a gentle wind, but urgent at the same time. Lara stepped back, trying to process what she was hearing, her heart pounding. Joran whispered behind her, trembling, "Are they real? Are we dreaming?" But Lara knew this was no dream, it was happening. The aliens shared visions of enormous cosmic storms, planets shattering and stars dying, yet amidst the chaos, a small blue planet glowing with life appeared, and Lara realized it was Elysia. She understood the message. This planet faced a danger approaching quickly, and the colony must prepare. Suddenly alarms rang across the settlement, not from the ship but from the colony itself. Sensors detected unusual movement in the upper atmosphere, something invisible yet massive passing near the planet. Commander Halle ordered all teams to secure critical areas, but nobody knew exactly what they were facing. Lara returned to the lab, working furiously to translate the next part of the message. The aliens revealed a device deep inside their ship, an energy core capable of generating a protective shield. But retrieving it would be dangerous, and no human had ever attempted such a task. She realized she might have to lead the mission, the weight of responsibility heavy on her shoulders. Meanwhile, some colonists were already questioning the aliens, their fear growing. They whispered that humans should destroy the ship before it was too late, some even suggesting sabotage, to take control of the energy core for themselves. Tension built quickly within the colony, dividing friends and families. Outside the ship, the alien leader Kale appeared calm as ever. His soft glowing eyes met Lara's, and she felt a connection beyond words. She understood they trusted her, and that she must decide quickly. The cosmic threat was approaching faster than any calculation, yet the humans were unprepared. The day passed slowly, with the colony in a state of anxious anticipation. Every shadow seemed dangerous, every sound unusual. Lara barely ate or slept, spending her time studying the alien technology and communicating with Kale through thought. Together they devised a plan to safely retrieve the energy core and protect the planet. As night fell, the twin moons rose, casting a pale silver glow over the colony. The alien ship pulsed brighter than ever, illuminating the settlement with soft waves of light. Lara stood at the edge of the landing site, looking at the stars. She felt a strange mix of fear and hope, knowing the next hours would decide the fate of everyone on Elysia. The unknown threat was coming closer, and only by trusting the aliens and each other could they survive. Every colonist slept uneasily that night, dreaming of glowing beings and distant storms. Lara's mind raced with plans and possibilities ready to face whatever challenge awaited them beyond the stars. The morning air on Elysia was heavy with tension. The colony seemed quieter than usual. The usual hum of machines and chatter of colonists replaced with nervous whispers. Lara walked through the streets with joy in her eyes, scanning every corner. She felt unease in the air, like the planet itself was holding its breath. Reports came in from the outer sensors. Readings were fluctuating wildly, some equipment malfunctioning for no reason. The colony engineers were baffled, unsure if it was a technical fault or something more. Lara rushed to the main lab to check the data. Her mind raced as she tried to find a pattern in the chaos. The alien ship remained at the edge of the settlement, its lights calm and soothing. Yet Lara sensed urgency in the pulsing glow. Kale appeared before her in a shimmer of light. "There are forces you cannot see," he said silently in her mind. "Some within your colony do not wish to help. They will try to stop you." Lara frowned, realizing what Kale meant. Not all humans would trust the aliens. Fear and greed had begun to spread like a shadow over the colony. Some colonists believed the energy core could give them power. Others thought the aliens were a threat and must be destroyed. Conflict simmered quietly but dangerously. While Lara worked to stabilize the colony systems, strange signals began to interfere with communications. Messages sent to the outer outposts were delayed or scrambled. The alarms were false but constant, creating confusion and panic among the colonists. Rumors spread quickly, and mistrust grew, some pointing fingers at friends and neighbors. Late that evening, Lara discovered evidence of sabotage. Small devices hidden in the lab disrupted the instruments, and she realized someone had been trying to prevent her from completing her research. Shocked and angry, she called Joran over to inspect the findings. "They are trying to stop us before the aliens can help," she whispered, her voice tense. Kale appeared beside her, his presence calm but strong. "You must act quickly," he communicated in her mind. "The threat approaches faster than you know. Every moment wasted brings danger closer." Lara nodded, understanding the weight of the task. She had to protect the colony and gain the trust of those who doubted. That night, a small team of colonists loyal to the mission joined Lara, carrying tools and equipment to repair the systems sabotaged by the traitors. Together, they moved silently through the labs, avoiding suspicion and watching for anyone trying to interfere. Every shadow seemed alive, every sound amplified in the quiet. Meanwhile, the aliens shared visions of a massive asteroid on a collision path with the planet. Its size and speed made it impossible for humans to stop with their current technology. The energy core inside the alien ship was the only hope, but retrieving it required precise timing and courage beyond measure. As Lara prepared the team for the dangerous task, some colonists grew restless and confronted Commander Halle, demanding control over the mission. Arguments erupted in the central square, fear and panic mixing with anger. Lara realized the human element was as dangerous as the cosmic threat itself. Through the chaos, Kale communicated with Lara continuously, guiding her through visions and warnings. She felt the alien intelligence inside her mind, a calm yet urgent force helping her focus. With his guidance, she plotted a path to the energy core, avoiding traps and potential sabotage. The night deepened, the twin moons casting long shadows over the colony. Every colonist slept uneasily, dreaming of glowing figures and strange storms. Lara and her team moved quietly toward the alien ship, hearts pounding, ready to face unknown dangers. The weight of responsibility pressed on them, every step measured and careful. Outside, a distant vibration trembled through the ground, a warning of what was to come. Lara looked up at the stars, seeing the invisible trail of the asteroid approaching. Fast, time was slipping away, and the fate of Elysia hung in balance. The human threats and cosmic danger loomed together. A storm of fear and uncertainty. Lara clenched her fists, determined to protect the colony no matter the cost. The aliens and the energy core were their only hope, and she would not fail. The first true test of courage had arrived. Lara stepped onto the ramp of the alien ship, the soft lights casting long reflections on her suit. The air inside was warm and smelled faintly of metal and something sweet. Her heart pounded with a mix of fear and wonder as she followed Kale deeper into the ship. Every step felt like entering a place alive with energy. The walls shimmered with colors that moved like water, flowing in patterns she could not name. Screens and panels displayed strange symbols that shifted as she looked at them. Lara reached out her hand to touch one and felt a vibration like a pulse running through her body. Kale watched silently, glowing softly beside her. They reached a chamber at the center of the ship. The room round and glowing with soft white light. In the middle sat the energy core floating above a pedestal. It radiated power and warmth, filling the room with a gentle hum. Lara felt a tug in her chest as if the device recognized her presence. Kale gestured for her to approach, and she stepped closer, every instinct in her mind warning her to be careful. As she reached for the core, visions flashed in her mind of planets exploding and stars dying. But then she saw Elysia glowing, small and fragile, protected by the energy core. The visions shifted again, showing aliens long ago trying to save other civilizations, worlds destroyed by natural disasters and cosmic storms. Lara realized the ship and its crew had once been guardians for many species. Their mission was not just to protect Elysia, but to continue a legacy of hope. Suddenly the lights dimmed and alarms sounded softly in the distance. A hidden door opened, and a narrow corridor appeared. Lara felt a chill run down her spine. There were obstacles ahead, traps and puzzles built into the ship to test those who tried to take the energy core. Kale explained silently that only those with courage and clear intentions could succeed. Lara nodded and moved forward, her team following behind cautiously. Each step was measured and careful, the walls shifting and changing as they advanced. Strange patterns of light guided them but also tested them. At one point, a beam of energy blocked their path, forcing Lara to solve a puzzle with symbols she had never seen. Her hands shook as she pressed the right sequence, and the beam disappeared. The corridor opened into another chamber, darker and cooler than the last. She could hear her own heartbeat echoing in the quiet, every sound amplified, making the team jump at shadows. In the center of the new chamber was a holographic map of the galaxy, showing paths of cosmic storms and the route of the approaching asteroid. Lara realized this was the first real guidance. To prepare the colony for the danger, Kale communicated that they had little time and must take the core quickly. As they reached the final obstacle, a glowing barrier surrounded the energy core, pulsing with light and warmth. Lara felt fear but also determination. She stepped forward and placed her hands on the barrier. The visions in her mind intensified, showing sacrifices and choices, reminding her that courage often came with risk. Finally, the barrier dissolved and the energy core floated gently into her hands, its warmth filling her chest. She felt a surge of hope and power, knowing that, with this, they could save Elysia. But even as relief washed over her, Kale warned of another challenge. The energy core could protect the planet only if activated at the right time and place. The journey back would be dangerous, the cosmic threat approaching faster than they imagined. Lara held the core tightly and looked at her team, each face showing fear and determination. She nodded and led them toward the exit, knowing that the real test was just beginning. The alien ship seemed to hum in approval, lights pulsing gently as if guiding them home. Lara felt a deep connection to Kale and the guardians of the ship, a silent promise that together they could face whatever came next. Outside, the night sky of Elysia shimmered with stars, the asteroid closer than ever. Lara tightened her grip on the energy core and whispered to herself, "We can save them, we must save them." The mission was far from over, but for the first time, hope burned brighter than fear. Lara ran through the corridors of the alien ship carrying the energy core. Her team followed closely, every step echoing softly in the glowing hallways. The hum of the ship felt like a heartbeat, guiding them, but also warning them. Outside the settlement, the asteroid moved closer, faster than anyone had predicted. The colony alarms rang again, signaling unusual activity. Some colonists panicked, not knowing the asteroid's size or speed. Others argued about what to do. The human fear was spreading like wildfire, and Lara felt the weight of their survival pressing on her shoulders. Kale glided beside her, glowing. Softly, "You must reach the launch point before it is too late," he communicated silently. "Every second counts," Lara nodded, pushing her fear aside. Her focus sharp on the mission ahead. The path ahead was filled with obstacles, moving barriers, and strange energy fields that reacted to the presence of the core. Joran led the team through a narrow corridor when suddenly a panel opened, releasing a wave of energy that knocked one of the team members back. Lara grabbed him before he fell. Her heart racing, the ship seemed alive, testing their courage and skill, teaching them the value of trust and teamwork. Outside, small meteor fragments began hitting the colony's protective shields, sending sparks and small tremors across the settlement. Colonists screamed and ran for cover, but Lara and her team had no time to stop. They had to complete the mission. Before the asteroid struck, the fate of everyone resting in their hands. As they reached the outer bay of the ship, the energy core pulsed violently, responding to the cosmic threat. Lara felt a surge of power, as if the core was alive, guiding her movements. She positioned it into the launch mechanism carefully, the lights of the ship reflecting in her eyes, every muscle tense. Suddenly, a group of humans who had opposed the aliens appeared, armed and angry. They demanded the energy core be handed over. Believing it could give them power, Lara stepped forward, trying to reason with them. "We don't have time for this," she said, her voice firm. "If we fail, everyone dies." The humans hesitated, fear and greed battling in their hearts. The asteroid's approach could be seen in the sky, a massive shadow moving faster than the mind could comprehend. Sparks and debris fell from the colony shields, making the tension unbearable. Kale moved closer to Lara, his presence calming yet powerful. "They will choose soon. Trust in what you know is right," he communicated. Lara took a deep breath and activated the core. A wave of light spread through the ship and the outer bay, enveloping the colonies defenses, forming a protective barrier stronger than any human technology. The humans who had opposed them stepped back, awe and fear in their eyes, realizing the power was not theirs to control. The energy core's light pulsed in sync with the asteroid's approach. Lara watched as the massive rock entered the atmosphere, its heat and force creating tremors across the planet. The colony shook violently as the asteroid neared, but the barrier held firm, glowing with energy and strength. Lara's heart pounded with relief, but she knew the danger was not over. The core required constant focus and care to maintain the shield, and the cosmic storm was far from finished. Joran looked at her wide-eyed. "We actually did it, Lara. We stopped it," he whispered. But Lara knew the real work had just begun. The colony had survived the first wave, but trust, cooperation, and courage would be tested again. Humans and aliens alike needed to work together if they were to face what came next. Kale's glow dimmed slightly, as if signaling approval. Lara felt a connection deep in her mind, a sense of purpose and unity. The energy core hummed gently now, stable and strong, a symbol of hope against the chaos of space. The twin moons of Elysia shone brightly, reflecting on the shaken but safe colony. Lara looked around at the humans and aliens standing together, tired but alive. She knew the cosmic threat was only the beginning, that more challenges awaited beyond the stars, and that they would need courage, intelligence, and trust to survive. The night air was calm now, but charged with the memory of fear and triumph. Lara held the energy core carefully, whispering to herself, "We survived today, but tomorrow will be harder." And the stars above seemed to shimmer with secrets waiting for the brave to uncover them. The night over Elysia was quiet but tense. The colony had survived the asteroid, but everyone knew the danger was not gone. Lara held the energy core tightly, feeling its warmth and power. Its glow reflected in her eyes, reminding her that hope came with responsibility. Kale floated beside her, his soft light pulsing gently. The core protected the colony, but the cosmic threat continues, he communicated in her mind. The asteroid was only the first test. The storms beyond it will strike soon, and they are stronger than anything you have faced. Lara nodded, understanding the truth of his words. The colony was still in chaos. Some humans in shock from the near disaster, others were in awe of the aliens and the technology that had saved them. Lara walked through the streets, checking on her people. The gratitude was mixed with fear and uncertainty, for the next wave would require more than luck. The alien ship began to hum with energy, signaling another action was needed. Lara and Kale moved to the control chamber, where beams of light formed maps and warnings in the air. The core's energy was powerful, but it could not act alone. Kale explained that it required a conscious guardian to maintain the shield during the approaching storms. Lara's stomach tightened, realizing what Kale meant. Someone would have to remain with the core inside the ship, guiding it through the cosmic danger. The energy would drain the life force of the guardian if they stayed too long. Kale's glowing eyes met hers, filled with calm understanding. I will stay, he communicated. You must lead the humans to safety. I will ensure the planet survives. Tears welled in Lara's eyes, but she nodded, knowing there was no other choice. The team had prepared evacuation routes and safe zones for the colonists, but Kale's sacrifice meant the humans would survive. The alien's legacy of guardianship was continuing through him. As Lara helped the team move equipment and stabilize the colony, she glanced at Kale, his light now brighter than ever, sending warmth and courage through her mind. She whispered a silent promise to return, to honor his sacrifice. The colony worked together, humans and aliens side by side, repairing damage and preparing for the next wave of cosmic storms. The sky above began to glow with faint streaks, distant fragments of space debris, and solar storms approaching fast. Lara guided the teams with precision, her voice firm yet calm. Move carefully, secure the shields, everyone stay focused. The colonists obeyed, united by a common goal. Their fear transformed into determination. Inside the alien ship, Kale positioned himself beside the energy core, his light merging with its glow. The vibrations of the core filled the ship, sending waves of energy across the colony's defenses. Lara could feel it even from outside, a gentle warmth that reassured her. Yet she knew the cost would be high. Hours passed slowly, each second heavy with suspense. The storms outside were stronger than the asteroid, striking the planet with heat and force. Yet the energy core held firm under Kale's guidance, shimmering like a shield of hope. The humans watched from safe zones, some praying, others silently observing the glowing figure keeping them alive. Lara felt a pang of sorrow knowing Kale was sacrificing himself, yet she also felt pride and admiration. His courage and calm presence inspired everyone. She whispered into the night, "Thank you, Kale, for everything," hoping he could hear. The storm began to subside slowly as the energy core stabilized. The skies cleared and the twin moons of Elysia reflected light across the shaken but safe colony. Lara guided the humans to safety and began repairs, knowing the alien sacrifice had given them time to prepare for the future. Kale's glow dimmed as the core settled into a steady hum, his presence now calm and serene. Lara looked at the ship and felt a deep connection, realizing that the bond between humans and aliens had grown stronger through trust and sacrifice. The lessons of courage, teamwork, and hope were now part of the colony's story. As dawn approached, the colony gathered to observe the alien ship. Silent but alive, Lara stood with Joran and the team, looking at the stars, knowing that more dangers would come, but also knowing that they could face them together. She held the memory of Kale's sacrifice close to her heart. A reminder that hope often required courage and love. The planet was safe for now, but the universe beyond shimmered with secrets and challenges waiting for the brave to act, Lara whispered. Into the morning wind, we will be ready, and the stars above seemed to pulse in agreement. The first light of dawn touched the domes of Elysia, casting a soft glow over the colony. The streets were quiet, but alive with the sound of humans and aliens working together, repairing damage and rebuilding what the storms had tried to destroy. Lara walked among them, her heart full of relief and hope. The alien ship remained at the edge of the settlement, its lights calm and steady. Though Kale had sacrificed much to protect the planet, the energy core continued to hum gently as if alive, a symbol of trust and cooperation between species. Lara approached the ship once more, feeling a strange connection to the glowing figure that had saved them. Colonists gathered around, some hesitant and fearful at first, but now filled with curiosity and admiration. Children stared at the ship in awe while adults whispered about what they had witnessed. Lara smiled softly, realizing the fear that had divided them yesterday had transformed into wonder and respect. Joran came beside her, his eyes scanning the colony. We survived, Lara, because we trusted each other and the aliens, he said quietly. Lara nodded, understanding that survival was only part of the story. They had learned to see beyond fear and prejudice, to value courage and unity. Inside the ship, Lara felt the presence of Kale still lingering in the glow of the energy core. He had ensured the colony's safety, and now his calm energy reassured her. She placed her hand gently on the core, feeling warmth and strength, a promise that together humans and aliens could face whatever challenges awaited across the settlement. Small groups of colonists began sharing stories of the night before, tales of glowing beings, near disaster, and incredible courage. Suspense and fear had given way to admiration and determination. The colony had changed, its people stronger, wiser, and more united than ever. Lara gathered her team in the central square. "This is only the beginning," she said softly, her voice carrying across the quiet streets. "We survived the storm, but the universe is full of dangers and mysteries. We must continue to work together and prepare for what comes next." The colonists listened in silence, nodding, inspired by her words. The twin moons rose high, casting silver reflections over the repaired structures. Lara looked at the horizon where distant stars shimmered like diamonds. She knew other threats and wonders awaited in the galaxy, but now the humans had allies and knowledge to face them. The bond between species had been forged in the heat of danger and trust. Small teams of humans and aliens worked together, sharing technology and knowledge. Lara watched as children played safely near the domes, some mimicking the glowing gestures of the aliens. The sight filled her with hope, knowing that curiosity and bravery would guide the next generation. Even as the colony celebrated, Lara remained alert, scanning the sky and nearby space for any signs of trouble. The energy core hummed gently in response, a reminder that vigilance and courage must continue. She whispered to herself, "We are ready for whatever comes," feeling the strength of the alliance between species and the courage of her team. At night, the colony gathered to watch the stars, silent but united, sharing stories of what had happened and dreaming of future adventures. Lara felt the universe was no longer as frightening as it once seemed. Its secrets and challenges were now opportunities for courage and cooperation. The alien ship pulsed softly, as if joining the humans in the quiet celebration. Lara felt Kale's presence one last time, a gentle reminder that hope and sacrifice were always connected. She looked around at the colony, seeing unity, courage, and wonder in every face, knowing that life on Elysia had changed forever. As the stars shimmered above, Lara smiled, feeling a sense of purpose and peace. The colony was safe, humans and aliens now allies, and a new chapter of exploration and discovery awaited. She whispered softly, "This is our beginning, our story continues," and the universe seemed to shine back, promising adventures yet to come. The twin moons reflected on the calm domes of the colony, and a gentle wind carried the sounds of laughter, work, and hope. Lara knew that no matter what cosmic challenges arose, the spirit of unity and courage would guide them. Elysia was no longer just a colony. It was a home strengthened by trust, sacrifice, and hope.